Happy Sunday, everybody. It's 105 Central. Denise 070X Gold. Strange 012 Silver. Alex Mangino Bronze. Renee Lane 85 coming in with the 10. Which is, you got a medal out of it. A cheap medal, but medal nonetheless. A medal. Oh, wow. I'll stop while I'm behind. How's everybody doing this lovely Sunday? It's about 1 in the p.m. in the Central Time Zone in Austin, Texas. How old am I? I'm 39. Wow, just coming out hard, swinging. How old are you? Is it because I act like a child or I look like an old man? What? Is it so confusing? I get it. You know my secret. Yeah. All right. Hola, cola. Yeah, I'm going to let this, just sit for like a hot second longer before I get into a little bit of a diatribe, guys. Going to get into a little bit of a something or other I got to talk to you about. Well, a couple of things. I mean, I haven't done a live for a little while, so I wanted to check in with everybody and see how we're doing. So how are we doing? Are we loving ourselves? Are we loving each other? It's the most important, guys. It's the most important shit. I do look aging, don't I? You look aging. Oh, it's so true. Yeah, by the way, I'm not trying to knock it. I super dig it, actually. I think the salt and pepper situation is, I'm happy with it. I feel like I'm aging gracefully, but I am aging nonetheless. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking, Tinker W77. I'm doing pretty good. I had a really gnarly week about a week ago. Lots of anxiety, lots of fear and sadness. I was just being nailed. So I had to really hit my knees and have some really, hard mourning, weeping talks with God and being like, what is happening right now? I just felt super, I know, and some people in the faith world might call that spiritual warfare sometimes or whatever. I mean, maybe it was, or maybe it's just my, sometimes very fragile mental health that just gets hit with life and it's hard. Life is hard. I feel like our parents used to tell us that a lot. And I don't know if we say that enough to remind each other that life is hard. And it's okay to feel like you're not enough. You are enough. But we're constantly reminded that we're not. And there's so much that we need to constantly be juggling and doing in order to somehow fit into what this idea of what life should be. A life worth living. If you live in the right place and in a large enough home with the right amount of cars and the right spouse and the right job and all the right amount of kids and pets, then finally that you're living a life worth living. That's a fucking lie, guys. It's a lie and a half. Don't listen to that lie. You are worthy of living your life regardless of anything. The fact that you exist means you are worthy of living your life. You made it here somehow. So, yeah, I can show you the view outside. Hold on 1 second here. By the way, these are these Bear Walker boards. I don't know if you guys knew about these, but I did this really cool collaboration with Bear Walker and Covenant House. Well, Bear Walker and I designed these boards. Let me see if I can open one of these up. Oh, maybe we have it. Yeah! Hold on a second. So, he's a super talented artist that's a skateboard maker. He does skateboard art. Bear Walker Originals on Instagram. I did this sleep out thing with Rachel Brosnahan and the cast of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel a couple years in a row. Sleep out for Covenant House International. They're just an incredible organization that is helping to eradicate youth homelessness. Predominantly in North America, a little in Central America right now, but they are international and trying to do their best to help that, which is a beautiful thing. Anyway, so we collaborated on this board, which is like a sleeping bag to commemorate the sleep out and being homelessness, which is being homeless, which is essentially what the sleep out was to kind of commemorate in some way, like you're kind of sleeping out in solidarity, not ever experiencing what it means to really be homeless. But so it's a sleeping bag to signify that, and then a little Shazam patch and a Covenant House patch, and then there's your emergency contact. I signed each one of these things. So if you go to Bear Walker Originals, they're for sale there. They're awesome boards. They're super awesome boards, and he's donating like 80% of the proceeds or whatever. So I don't know, but up to $50,000 to Covenant House for the sale of these boards. So go get them. They're for a great cause, and you can ride them around. They're totally rideable boards with like lights and stuff. Super cool. Check it out. All right. Then also you wanted to see the view. Here's the view right there. It's just so pretty. I'm so grateful that I live where I live. Which actually brings me to that brings me to what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I've already lost some people, but I've gained all the right ones. So here's the deal, y'all. Some of you, maybe, I hope all of you have been, following me on Instagram and enjoying whatever posts I put out there for you. And recently I posted, or have posted a few things recently referencing this place that I'm building called Wildwood. And it hopefully in the very, nearest future will be a place that is open to the public, and we'll do all kinds of fun things here, like events and music festivals and glamping and adventure and whatever. And I can't wait to be able to get it all ready and allow you guys to come and do that. But this morning, now here's the deal. If you are an internet sleuth, like many of you are, maybe some of you have already done this, where you go and you Google a celebrity's address, a celebrity's phone number. I've talked a little bit about this on social media before. I actually tweeted out looking for police assistance when I was being called and texted by people who had sleuthed out my phone number. I've also been visited at both my residence in Los Angeles when I lived there multiple times. And now this morning, for the first time, here in Texas, I have been visited by an unsolicited fan who came to my home and walked up to my front door. And by the way, that's not an easy thing to do where I live now. It was very much easier to do that in Los Angeles when I had no driveway and no gate or no nothing. You just walk right up and knock, knock, knock. And I've tried to handle these situations as kindly and politely and as lovingly, but as firmly as I can. And I feel like because of this morning's events, I think it only appropriate to then now talk about this a little bit more. Because I think some of you out there are very passionate about the actors or singers or celebrities or influencers or personalities, whatever, that you follow on social media. And I think that passion can be and is, for the most part, normally a very positive, beautiful thing. However, if you are allowing your passion for a particular person to cloud your judgment so much that you think it's appropriate in any way, shape, or form to come to their front door unannounced and unsolicited, like that's just, it's not okay, guys. It's not okay at all. Not at all. Unless there was an emergency, if there was a car accident out front and you were running into somebody's land or running up to their home to, you don't know who they are. You're saying, hey, I need assistance, 911 assistance all day long. If there's an emergency, I don't care who you are. Let me know there's an emergency and let's figure out that emergency together. But to come to my home because you felt that the signs and wonders or God or the universe or whatever was kind of telling you you needed to come to my front door, that shows me actually a very significant and clear definition of some mental health imbalance. You need to address that. That is not okay to just go to somebody's home like that. It's freaky, in fact. Now, I am not trying to shame you, and I'm not trying to judge you if you're watching this right now. I didn't have an opportunity to talk to you personally this morning. My friends who also live here happened upon you as you were just meandering down my driveway. So I want you to understand, I'm not even mad. I'm upset to the extent that I think that this is something obviously we need to address in all of us, whatever our passion that leads to obsession. I think that is clearly a line that was stepped over this morning, and we just have to help each other, I guess, remind each other. That's what I'm trying to do right now, to remind you that that is not okay. You don't do that. And if you start feeling like, oh, I need to do this, that's a great red flag of like, oh, I'm not thinking clearly. I'm not thinking clearly. So, yeah. So that was like the main thing I wanted to talk about today. But I did want to talk to you guys about those Bear Walker boards. Bear Walker Originals. Go check them out, guys. They're seriously so slick. And they're for a great cause. They're for such a great cause. But I did want to say this too. And look, I'm really going to try to not, I think I've done a good job so far of having it not jade me toward y'all, the public, anytime somebody's like crossed those lines inappropriately. But if people don't respect my privacy in all of this, then I can't safely open the doors to the rest of y'all. So if you have a friend who is talking about going and visiting a celebrity, any person that they don't know, that they clearly have a very vested interest in, be like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Friend, I love you. That's not sane thinking. We all need to do our part in helping to remind each other. But I'm still planning on, building this place out and inviting you all to be able to come to various things, concerts, I don't know, stand-up comedy. Oh, by the way, Tom Segura, I just got to see Tom Segura, his new special being filmed in Austin, Netflix special. It was one of the funniest stand-up routines I'd ever seen. I mean, and he goes there, guys. Just FYI, if you're easily offended, then probably pass. I'm not easily offended. And holy Toledo, man, he went there and was very funny. And also, I think, showed himself to be a genuinely decent and cool fellow. And, anyway, if you're not already a Tom Segura fan, maybe go check him out. He's got some specials on Netflix right now. But his new one that I can't remember when he said he was coming out, but wow, funny stuff. Thank you. I like my jacket too, even though it's not a jacket; it's a sweater. But it's from Aviator Nation. They're a slick company. I super dig them. I got these pants from them too. What are these? Boop, boop. Camo sweaters and camo joggers. I love living in pajamas. Can't we all just live in pajamas? Some cultures do. Some cultures, monks have got it like rocking and rollers in the comfiest pajama robes all day long. I'm into it. I did not see that Weezer is covering a Frozen 2 song, but good for them. Good for everybody involved. I am really 6'4". Yes, I am. Any news on the series Chuck, bro? It ran from 2007 to 2012, about 91 episodes. Distorted Zachary Levi. Why are my legs invisible? Come on. That's the daddiest joke. Daddest of jokes. Although your jokes tend to be kind of dad jokes. I've seen your little feed. I've seen you. You are from Ukraine. Okay. I have not been to the Ukraine. Although the Ukraine has been in the news a lot lately. Anybody been following that stuff? I haven't really, although like I'll see little bits on Twitter and stuff like that. And I don't know. I just shake my head and I just shake my head and trust that God's bigger than everything, because he is. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that you like the Christmas commercial. Yeah, I've been really appreciating all of that love that you guys have sent me on the social medias regarding my TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods. Peter Piper, not Peter Piper. Nope, not Peter. The Pied Piper. The Pied Piper of Christmas. Dr. Christmas. This is so silly. I don't know when Shazam 2 is coming out. I'm so sorry. I know that they're hi, shit. I know that they're cooking it up a little bit right now. Hey, buddy. This is Shed. This is not Blue. This is my buddy Marshall's dog, Shed, who's also a total cutie pie, but he's like beyond needy. Like let me listen to him. Listen. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I got you, bud. Who's that? Go get them. Go get them. Yeah. Go be needy somewhere else. Jeez Louise. What's up, brother?
He's so retarded. Hey.
Oh no, but he's such a good boy. Okay, go get that. Go get him. Go get him. See, I don't know what to do. Yeah. So yeah, that was a fun little commercial, and yeah, I was really grateful that they, came to me and said, "Hey, we think this would be a fun fit," and I was like, "Yeah, cool. Let's go do that." And that's why I was in London not too long ago, shooting that commercial with the director of The Greatest Showman, Michael Gracie. I'm pretty sure it's Michael Gracie. Forgive me if I'm totally butchering your name. He was lovely. The whole crew, actually. Everybody was lovely. And everybody from TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Home Goods and the ad agency and everybody. That dog's name is Shed. Like a shed. My dog's name is Blue. Blue is in doggy boot camp right now. But will be out soon. Yes, I would love to go back on Broadway soon. As soon as is right, I suppose. Tell you more about Wildwood. I mean, there's not a lot to... I mean, I could tell you a whole bunch of ideas of what I think I'd like it to be and what I'm planning on trying to achieve here. But I think I'm going to leave it a little mysterious for now, guys. I think you just got to trust me. Hopefully you do. Hopefully that's why those of you who are here right now are watching and still watching, because you trust that I'm being the most authentic me I can be with you, I hope, always. And the best me that I can be. Although I fail at both of those things all the time. So thank you for your patience and forgiveness when I do. Why you named him Blue? Well, because very unoriginally, as a lot of other Queensland healer owners do, they're blue healers. So that was kind of an easy one. Also, I just couldn't pass up on the opportunity of being able to say, "You're my boy, Blue," on a regular basis. That just, it's just a good name. I don't know. I was thinking about getting like a red something, is there a red healer and a white lab, and having red, white, and blue? Oh, just so dumb. The dumbest. Shazam. So, Shazam 2, they're cooking that up right now, as far as I know, and I'm just eagerly awaiting seeing, some script when they finally let me see something, and whenever DC and Warner Brothers and those folks decide is the right time to go shoot it, then we'll shoot it, and then they'll release it when they release it. If we shoot it, and if they release it, I mean, who knows? It's the movie business, guys. It's show business. Hey, show business. Red setter. Yeah, there you go. A red setter and a white lab. Done. I still don't have Disney Plus. Ugh. Don't hate me. I have too many subscriptions now. We all cut the cord, right? We all cut the cord. I don't want all these channels. I don't want this big bundled thing. And then they all just split off and created their own cords, guys. Look what happened. Now we're paying 3 times more than we would have been paying just for one cable subscription. It's incredible. I mean, it was bound to happen anyway, but... Oh, actually, somebody just asked. We should have a charity contest to win a win a visit on set. So here's the deal. I'm working on some set visit type of Prizio awards at some point when I know what it is that I'm making and when I'm making it, and if people can come and visit that set. But in the meantime, so Nerd HQ, we're very close to getting it off the ground, to give it a little lift. And we're going to do that by kicking off with a couple of fun things, and one of them being a Prizio raffle auction deal. And I don't know what the experience is going to be just yet, but I think it's going to be you and a guest, and me and a friend, and two of you out there who we'll go do something fun. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be a sporting event, could be a movie premiere, could be a set visit, depending on if that all materializes fast enough. So, but when that happens, I really hope everybody partakes in it, because that will be lifeblood, essentially, to getting Nerd HQ as a full 501c3 and nonprofit off the ground, and getting back into doing events and stuff like that. Because I can't, at the end of the day, I'm going to try and do everything I can, even personally, as I always have, but I can't keep funding Nerd HQ in a lot of the ways that I did in the past. It's just not feasible anymore. I can't do it. But that's why, part of the reason why we've moved it entirely over to a 501c3 and nonprofit, so that it's all very clear and you guys can support it wholeheartedly. I hope, and we can keep bringing you events like Nerd HQ, like we did, those 6-7 years, bring that back, and even better. And we're gonna be giving money toward Active Minds and other mental health initiatives, and also giving STEAM education and edutainment experiences to people at the events, and of course all of the fun marquee deals like the Conversations for a Cause and Smiles for Smiles and dance parties galore and all of that stuff. Anyway, so that's all coming down the pipe too. Yep. Anybody else got any questions? Preguntas? Hey, anybody got any preguntas out there? Yes, Nerd HQ panels. Oh, don't be mad at Midge. I mean, you could be a little mad at Midge. I know she kind of screwed the pooch, right? No, but look, this is in reference to the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and some of the dissatisfaction that some people have posted upon my social medias about Midge's decision to essentially kind of ghost Benjamin. The show is not about her finding love. The show is about her choosing her career over everything, including her own happiness in many respects, which I think is kind of genius, and I think it gives it so much more depth, really. And everyone on that show and everyone who makes that show are a bunch of damn talented geniuses, and I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of it. And that's that. Chuck news. There's no Chuck news. I'm sorry. There will not be any more series. As far as that I know, I'm not trying to make that happen, but I do want to make a Chuck movie happen, at least one, at some point. I don't know, but I'm working on it slowly but surely. I'm juggling a lot, guys. There's a lot of things happening. Stalkers at my front door. I gotta. I'm being pulled in a lot of directions. By the way, also, I'll keep you guys posted on the stem cell PRP deal that I had done on my shoulder. I was talking on Twitter about this a little bit, but I've got all kinds of different tears on my right shoulder over just like 20 years, more, my whole life of improper posture and therefore improper use of the rotational abilities of my shoulders, particularly my right, because I'm right-handed, and throwing footballs and baseballs and swinging tennis rackets and whatever. It's just super wrecked. So I had all these different tears, and instead of opening up the whole darn shoulder and doing reattachment bits, I'd heard about this, what many people that I respected said is a very effective treatment, which is to essentially, there's a couple different things you can do. You can take bone marrow out of your hip, and then they centrifuge it and separate the stem cells, and then they can inject your own stem cells into problem areas with tears and things of that nature. And there's another bit of that, which is kind of precursor to that, which is PRP, which is blood platelet therapy, essentially, which is the same kind of concept, but they're just taking your blood. It's a little less intrusive. I did both. It's a pretty interesting experience having somebody drill down into your hip, drill down into your hip to extract bone marrow. But the doc who did it was super cool. And, other than being a little creaky and sore for a few days afterwards, thank you for your prayers for my shoulder. I appreciate that. It's really gotten a lot worse over the years, and I just want to, I don't know. You get to like 40 and all you want, like a good night's sleep, not hurting in any place in your body, and like a good shit. That's all you really want in life at that point, guys. I hate to tell you. No, you know what? I don't hate to tell you. It's great. Happiness becomes so distilled and simple and about like just life, just appreciating the little things and not going crazy in your 20s like, I got to do everything to be feeling good. No, you don't. Oh, well, I'm glad you were able to come to Dragon Con and catch me there, and I will always use my platform to talk about mental health. I can't stop talking about it. It's the most important thing in the world, guys. Like, I genuinely believe that. I've told you this before, but I think every other problem in the world, of which there are many, will ultimately all be served by, and possibly even entirely solved by, fixing the heads and the hearts of the people that are at the root of those problems. We shame them now. We point at them and we say that they're evil, but they're products of the same society that we are products of. And that's truth. That is just truth. I know that that's really hard for us to swallow sometimes, but the most evil, detestable person that you can think of right now was a 5-year-old getting fucked up and abused and traumatized on some level, or super miseducated, like beyond miseducated, and taught using pain and fear to give them the angers and hatreds or whatever are leading them, or the complete lacks of empathy or whatever it is. All of those things are rooted to bad shit that happened to them. That's grace. That's understanding. That's empathy. We have got to be able to love ourselves and love each other. We've got to be able to do it. Otherwise, what's the fucking point of saving the planet? I mean, by the way, I don't think the planet's going to die. I don't think we're even capable of killing a planet. Thank God. We'll kill all of ourselves and a whole bunch of other life forms along the way, but the planet will survive and other life forms will pop up, or whatever's going to happen. I think it's a little audacious and certainly full of a good bit of hubris to believe that somehow we're able of killing this magma cord life orb. Like, anyway, but what if yes, we should care about the climate. We should care about every issue that's going on in the world right now. We should give a whole hell of a lot of care to all of those things. But if we all hate each other at the end of solving those problems, what's the fucking point? Why did we all survive this if in 100 years we're all just killing each other anyway? We're doing it now. Oh boy. It just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. I can't even, but I also get it because I came up in the same world being taught a lot of the same pain and fear and anger and hate. We can't hate our way to a better future. We can only love ourselves and love our way there. And we can do it, guys. We can totally do it. We can totally do it. But it's going to require a shit ton of humility and gratitude and trust and empathy and patience. It's like I'm having a Zach panel at Nerd HQ right now. Got me going crying on myself. What's happening? Yeah, I mean, all you need is love. I mean, I think we need a little bit more than love, but mainly that's what we need. Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's so interesting that I think, a lot of people, myself included, I was kind of brought up to believe that a lot of those sentiments were kind of just a little too hippy dippy, like a little too kumbaya. We always our society is very, I think, kind of overall very kind of snide or sarcastic or critical toward people who are like, the super hippie kumbaya, like we can do this through love. We've all been jaded, and so we don't believe that to be an even remote possibility. And yet I think those are the people, including Christ, who was literally saying these things, like love each other, to condemn your brother is to condemn yourself. There is none righteous. Like, he was literally talking about things that our mental health is revealing to us in science now. He was saying, judge not, lest ye yourself be judged. What are you doing? You are just as culpable. You are just as capable of doing all of the horrible things that these people that you judge are doing. You just didn't have that road. Those seeds and you weren't watered. Thank God. And you've gotten to live a life that is deemed to be a more righteous one. But you're not. You're just as capable of doing those horrible things. You just didn't grow up in that life. And we got to remember that, guys. We got to remember that. What else? Oh, man. Yes, I'm planning on doing much more with Active Minds in the coming years. I will always be an ambassador of some sort for Operation Smile. I love them. I love those people and their organization and what they have done and continue to do in this world, and I will always try to support them as best I can. But I have pivoted into being a full-time ambassador for Active Minds because this is the journey I'm on now. Mental health has affected me so greatly in my life. And so many other people that I know, I honestly believe all of us, everyone has some. It's like getting a cavity, guys. It's that easy. Even people that brush and floss all the time, sometimes we just have predispositions to things because of how we were raised, because of the environments we came from, and also because of shit the beautiful technology I'm using to talk to you right now is boring holes in our mental and emotional health because we're all sitting there comparing ourselves to some curated version of somebody else's life. It's fucking bullshit. It's lies. Materialism is a lie. Consumerism is a lie. Most isms are fucking lies. And they don't even know it. They think that I don't think that it's all that nefarious behind a lot of these things. I think they start as, let's go and, do something better. But they're not, they are easily led astray. And consumerism and materialism, I don't know if they ever started with any intention of ever being a good thing. We're all on these fucking hamster wheels of thinking we need this and we need that. You don't need it. You don't. Value is not found in those things. The value is in life and life itself. Human, animal, plant life. That's where value is. That's what we need to protect. Everything else is going to burn, guys. I mean, all of the life at some point will burn too, per biology, how we erode, whatever. But this is all nonsense. I mean, I love this sweatshirt. I'm really grateful that I own it, but I'm more grateful that I have gotten to be able to get to a place in my life where I can do with less. I mean, and some of you know this very well. I wear the same clothes every day. You might see me at a convention for 3 days straight, and I might change I'll change my chonies and my socks. Sometimes I'll reuse socks a couple days in a row. But, I might change a shirt, but, I'm basically wearing the same shit all the time. Because I feel like, gratefully, I kind of put together a while ago, like, who fucking cares? And I deal with all kinds of comparison issues or like feeling less than or judging myself against other people. So I'm not saying like, oh, I've gotten through it. But when it comes to like material type stuff, also just how fucking we've become this a society of disposable goods. It's a disposable society. We're disposable. Like life is disposable now. Life used to be so valued because it was a miracle. And it was like, holy crap, you could have 10 kids and 8 could die. Like you valued life. Now it doesn't fucking matter. We make these things so that they last, I mean, I don't know. I hopefully Aviator Nation is making things that last a while, but there's a lot of clothing out there that's meant just to last you a little while. And then it's cheap enough to repurchase next time. So you don't have to make it durable and last. And we would sew and fix and darn these things. You just trash it, creating more garbage. And that's on top of all of the factories that around the world that are making a lot of these garments and doing a tremendous amount of damage to the environment just in the creation of the garment. So both the creation of the garment and the disposal of the garment is not killing the planet, is killing you. It's killing us. It's killing good, healthy, sustainable life in this world. Not all at once. That's the other thing we get lulled into. We think, we're okay. Yeah, we're okay right now. And we might be okay for a little while. And I honestly hope, I really do believe deep down in me, we're all going to get our shit together very soon. Because, I don't know, because maybe something catastrophic, even more catastrophic than anything else that's happened, happens. And then it's like, I mean, look at Venice. Look at Venice. Look at Venice, Italy right now. And not that they've never been flooded before. I'm not saying that's true. And by the way, I don't know all of the climatological studies that have been done. I haven't even looked into it. I'm just saying Venice is underwater again. Also, not the smartest place to build a city. Let's be perfectly honest. I mean, it's stunning, and I got lost there once, which was both terrifying and incredibly adventurous. And I had a great time. But it's a marsh. You built a city in a marsh, essentially, right? I don't know. The Dutch have been doing that very well for a long time. Or the brush fires in California. I don't know. There's a lot of things that we can do right now, little things, and we can start chipping away at this stuff, guys. But by the way, one of those things is that we have got to stop believing all of the programming through advertising and social media and all like influencers and all that stuff. If you're being sold something, ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is this something that am I buying something from someone who genuinely gives a shit about my life and the life of other life and wants to make something that's conscientious capitalism? Rock and roll. Go for it all day long. Just give a fuck. Make all the money you want. Just care about other people. Care about the effects of and the ramifications of what it is that you're bringing into this world. Whether it's products or experiences or your thoughts and opinions. Think about that. Think about the ramifications of that. And I think that if we can do that, then we'll stop perhaps falling for a lot of the bullshit. Because we're sold bullshit all the time. All the time. I have not tried a weighted blanket for anxiety. But CBD, absolutely. CBD is fantastic. I think. Also legal in all 50 states. Who is your acting inspiration? I don't know. I mean, I've always said Tom Hanks and Jimmy Stewart. I've always kind of felt I love their their just normalness, their everymanness, their accessibility, intelligent men who played characters intelligently and that had a point of view and passion and heart. I think those are, but so many. I mean, Sam Rockwell to me is just has always been insane. Like one of my favorite actors of all time, and getting his just desserts now. I think I'm shocked that he was overlooked as much as he was in the past 20 years. Like the guy has always been a phenom. I saw the first time I really clocked Sam Rockwell was the year that both The Green Mile and Galaxy Quest both came out, like right around the same time. And I was like, this dude Wild Bill Hickok in Green Mile, this crazy murderer dude, is the same dude as Guy, like Ensign number 5 on Galaxy Quest. I was blown away. I was like, that guy's a genius. He should work all the time. And I'm glad he is. Yeah. So I quite like him. Gary Oldman, same. Just ridiculous talent. But I've said before, I think Meryl Streep is man, woman, regardless, doesn't matter, the best actor on the planet for my taste. I think what I've seen her do, the chameleoning across all of her roles, is just incredible. It's incredible. Yes, Sam Rockwell, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Almost everything, honestly. It's very difficult to find. Even movies that didn't totally work as a film, like as a whole movie, he was still excellent in, I find. Am I going to fight The Rock? I have no idea. I have no idea. That's between Dwayne and the world. I don't know. Sam Rockwell and Tom Hanks were both from the Bay Area? I didn't know that. Look at me failing my Wikipedia researching. Well, I love you too, Porphyria Visual. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I have not seen The Mandalorian yet because I don't have Disney Plus yet. I think I get a pass, guys. I'm already canon. I'm there with you on your Disney Plus. I will get Disney Plus. It's just another fucking subscription. It's just there's so many of these things piling up. And also, I haven't even been watching enough of my other subscriptions to necessitate yet another subscription. By the way, a whole bunch of stuff that I've already seen tons of because I was a huge Disney nerd and continue to be a huge Disney nerd in my adulthood and have watched almost everything that's on that service, I would imagine. I mean, I know they have a lot more stuff now too, but anything Disney, certainly. Mr. Rogers is one of the greatest human beings that's ever walked the earth, in my opinion. I don't know that he was a great actor, but his heart was there. Holy crap. Get a free trial and cancel my guy? I don't understand what that means. Is Camp Wildwood just a plan for the zombie apocalypse? I mean, it's not a plan for the zombie apocalypse. You know what I mean? Like, hedge your bets, guys. Hedge your bets. Give yourself as many outs as you can in case, we end up in some weird Last of Us situation. Mind your spores. I can't wait for The Last of Us 2. Holy crap. Also, Borderlands 3 is pretty fun. I don't know if anybody else plays Borderlands, but I'm playing it right now. I just got my ass kicked, though, by, what's his name? Megavolt or whatever? I mean, I'm not even that far into the game. I'm like, I don't know, level 14 or something. And I went to go take on this boss dude that I thought, because I've been playing pretty well. I was like, oh, well, this shouldn't be too hard. And he smoked me. I almost killed him, and then I didn't. And then the whole thing reset on me, and I was like, and I tried like 2 more times. I got to go back when I'm like super leveled up and just like wipe the floor with him. I don't know when I'm coming to Mexico City, but I had a great time last time I was there. Blue is that doggy? Hi Shannon Quinn. Hi Boop. Blue's at doggy boarding school, as I mentioned before. Kiss from Rome. I love a good kiss from Rome. Yes, just a plain white coffee mug today. I don't. You got to judge me on my coffee mugs? Jeez Louise. Thank you. Shazam is the best superhero. If I say so myself. By the way, I really do appreciate all the Shazam love, y'all. I see it, I feel it. We all do as a cast and crew, and we're the a little bit of the little engine that could. I mean, we we were a character that very few people outside of those who really knew the character, out in the general public, not a super well-known character. And I think we created something special, and I'm really grateful for everybody who went out. I saw some people on Twitter arguing back and forth about how they were disappointed that we didn't make as much money as Joker or whatever. And I mean, we're two completely different movies, and I'm stoked for the Joker. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. What a great film. Hardcore, super intense, not for everybody, but clearly enough for enough people to go make its well-deserved $1 billion. Joaquin Phoenix, Todd Phillips, just mwah. Kiss from Roma. I look like a Vikings fan. I mean, I'm not a Vikings fan. I'm kind of a fan of just football in general. I don't know. I don't really have like a dog in the hunt per se. I mean, I have some favorite teams, some favorite players, but favorite musical on Broadway? Hi, Preston Boyd. Aw, I miss you, bro. And a 5, 6, 7, 8. Shazam was never going to make $1 billion. Well, apparently, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here. I don't know. I didn't expect we were going to be making $1 billion. We weren't released around the holiday. That, even though we were a Christmas movie, because we are a Christmas movie. Don't screw around. We are, and so is Die Hard. And there you have it. No Shave November. I've trimmed a little. What? All right. I'll give this like a few more minutes. I feel like I've said everything I need to say. Bear Walker Originals. Go get a board. Go get a board. You'll love it. And it's for a great cause. And it's a great board. Want me to show you again? Whatever. Don't stalk people. Don't stalk people. If you think that somehow showing up at a stranger's door that you really care about, and again, I appreciate that. I appreciate being very cared about, that people are passionate about me and my career. I am madly grateful. That's one of the biggest reasons I go to conventions, because I love being able to meet y'all and tell you that exact thing. I love you and I appreciate you. But if you think that showing up at my door or any celebrity's door or just really any stranger's door that you're very passionate about but that doesn't know you, if you think showing up at their door is somehow going to make your situation and standing with them better, then you're not thinking clearly. It's not just going to magically, I'm not going to walk out my door and be like, oh my God. I mean, it's super weird that you literally came to my home uninvited, but let's have some tea. Let's figure it out. That's just going to make me be like, no, you're not thinking clearly. And I try to surround myself with people who are thinking clearly and feeling clearly. And when they're not, encouraging them to go and, get that taken care of. So just to reiterate, don't stalk people. It's really not worth it. It's not worth it for you. You're not going to get what you want out of it. I can guarantee you're not going to get what you want out of it. And yes, I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking for anyone in the world. It's weird. It's weird. And I feel like I try to, again, handle it as rationally as I can. And I'm not super creeped out, but most people would be terrifiedly creeped out. So just don't do it. Just don't do it. What else? All that stuff. And love yourself. 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 You're worthy of it. You're worthy of every ounce and every second of it. You're worthy of loving yourself. And don't let society and social media and all of the shit that we're constantly bombarded with allow you or let you allow the lie even a foothold in your head that you're not enough, that you're not worthy enough of that love, because you are worthy of that love. You are worthy. You exist. You exist. So you are worthy. Okay. I think I'm going to end it on that. That felt good. Love y'all so much. God bless you. Thank you for hanging out with me for however long this was. Yeah, go enjoy this day as best you can wherever you're at. And we'll catch up with you soon.